Ahmed.
Yes, so I'll just start this test. The pattern has changed. It's now only 120 minutes instead of 180. So I'll start this test. Okay, so I'll just first go through the pattern. What's the pattern for this test? So I can see that there are like there's the first RC I have. Okay, so 5 questions in the first RC. So another 5 in the second RC. 4 questions in third RC, and rest are verbal ability. Okay, so 14 RC questions and 10 questions of verbal ability. So probably I'll split the time as like 25 minutes for this and 15 minutes, or probably 24 minutes, 8 minutes each RC, and then I'll have 16 minutes for verbal ability. So I'll try to time it accordingly. 8 minutes, 1 RC. Yeah. So let's begin. We've had media trials, and now we have media postmortems. The death of a young Bollywood activist as I proved to be an opportunity media houses driven by television rating points to treat it like an all-access pass to unearth the actor's personal life and speculate on his state of mind. The Bollywood fraternity at large is possess sensationalism. The response has been ill-informed tone, deaf statements of condolence to leveling allegations of planned murder, abetted by nepotism to online smear campaign against the nepotism brokers. Okay, so they are talking about the sensationalism, the recent case of Sushant Singh Rajput. I can see you can relate it. These reactions betray our utter lack of awareness when it comes to mental health. We seem to be obsessed with the need to affix claims, and we're not able to treat it as isolated aberrations and not as damning symptom of failed society system. It is in the interest of neoliberal societies to make mental health, okay, so they are talking about mental health a personal issue because it preserves the status quo. We've been taught to think the mental health disorder, the reaction similarly, the ups and downs in personal life. When someone dies by suicide, we try to establish a direct causal between drawing their personal life. Nothing exemplifies more than patronizing statements made by giving the sentiment that is popularly like quoted in different strong verses and understanding those in overcome challenging circumstances by enduring immense hardships are strong. Okay, or recognize the futility of fighting against it. Okay, so those who attempt suicide are labeled as weak because they have given up, Okay, so move further. Only in the last few decades we began to think about the relationship between mental health and social realities like caste discrimination, gender equality, and this. It is therefore unsurprising that in recent years, the loudest voice advocating the Dalit and feminist intersection, these activists have understood one's mental health is a direct consequence of being forced to fight one's conditioning. In addition to struggling against various kinds of discrimination, okay, this part is important that one's identity also defines your mental health. However, this understanding is not percolated to the rest of the society, regurgitates learned biases when reporting on people. Okay, both in terms of images and language, stigma and prejudice are passed to the readership. The use of the word committed. Okay, so now they are talking about the media. Committed for suicide was naturalized crime because it was seen as a criminal offense and thereby it has an association with committing a crime. In terms of content, repeating tried platitudes and false binaries, often without lies, allowing prejudice more room to grow. The media has a responsibility to unlearn, relearn, and disseminate. Journalists, reporters, editors must go. Okay, so they are talking about this that the media is wrong. They have a lot to learn, unlearn, and again has to step up with cases that require empathy. They have to understand when it comes to social issues, they are not simply reporting the news, they are educating the masses and shaping perceptions. Okay, so the media has forgotten its responsibilities, what the author says. So, okay, so now let's come to the questions. Why do we associate suicides with mental health of a person? Because it is linked to the mental health of a person? No, no, not at all. This is out. Because it hides the impact a society plays on the mental health of a person? Probably, yes, can be. Because it helps to get away with the big problem society is facing today. Um, is it? Probably, yes. because people who are not able to face hardships often become mentally weak. No, they are labeled as weak. They do not become mentally weak. So I have two options. Hides the impact society plays on the mental health of a person, helps to get away with the big problems society is facing today. Uh, what is the big problem that it is facing today? Is it mentioned anywhere? I'll just go back. Hides second hides the impact society plays on this. Why do we associate suicide with mental health of a person? No, I don't think they're talking about anything as broad. It's this option is like very broad, I think. With the big problem society is facing today, what kind of thing? It more wants to hide the impact that society is facing an impact, and it like more wants to hide the impact, I believe. So I'll go with option B for this. uh okay, so according to the passage, how do we see suicide in India? This was clearly mentioned as a criminal act. Yes, I think it was clearly mentioned that it was a criminal act. I'll just go back once. Prejudice, use of committed in association with committing a crime. Yes, yes, it was mentioned. So it was there. Uh, and as a criminal act is there as an escape. It's not an escape, something only weak. Yes, something only opted by the weak. This is also there. Both ANC, definitely both ANC. Move ahead. What is the primary? What is the author primarily suggesting through the passage? Society is a symptom of failed society. Not really a failed society. Is not talking about society failed or successful societies in general. We should have sensitivity rather than sensationalism for the one who commits suicide. Definitely mentioned number of times. The media regurgitates learned biases when reporting on people with mental health disorders. Yes, it was mentioned in the passage. One's mental health is a function of societal treatment a person receives. Is a function of societal treatment a person receives. It was also mentioned in the passage about various discrimination. But the question is, what is the author primarily suggesting through the passage? Okay, what is okay? I need to find the primary aim. So this was like just mentioned once, not the primary aim. The media thing came, I think, in the last paragraph. We should have sensitivity rather than sensationalism. um, okay, I think this covers both uh, both the aspects. I believe it was the larger thing. As we began the passage, we had the sensationalism thing, and then we ended with this as well. It like covers most of the passage, I believe. Whereas these are not like, I need a broad answer for this, so probably I'll go with B in this case as well. So the answer is B. Okay, so I have all the following cannot be inferred from the passage, except cannot be inferred. Identities can often have a direct bearing on mental health. Definitely, yes. We read about this. If one is suspected to suffering from a mental health disorder, they are likely to be divested of their humanity. Uh, One is suspected of suffering from mental health. Uh, Okay, let's cannot be inferred. Okay, I need to find cannot be inferred. Society is transitioning from traditional approach and begin to understand the role played by it in conditioning. Uh, Cannot be inferred from the passage. Okay, cannot be inferred. So this can be inferred. I was taking it wrong. Yes, this can be inferred. So definitely yes. One. Rest of them cannot be inferred. Okay, so it was easy. I just had to. But why does the author say that media has forgotten its responsibility? Reports bias opinion which shape up society. Definitely yes, because the purpose is not only report cases but also add flavors, not add flavors of empathy to it, but show empathy, not add something externally. Media puts forward can have a long-term impact on the society. Definitely yes, because they report on every news report, where some cases require empathy. Uh, not really. This can be an option because it wants to it wants to take up cases of empathy, but it's not saying that you add empathy to certain cases. So I have these two options, and because it reports biased opinion with shape of the society. Oh no, it reports biased opinions. Yes, it adds biases, but uh, I believe author is more talking about the responsibility that media has in terms of shaping the society's opinion, and I believe uh, it's the opinion put forward can have long-term impact. Yes, I think it would be C, because it covers most of the things that the author is angry against. So I'll have this. So let's go for the next passage. I have taken like 10 minutes for this, so I need to be quick. Uh, okay, memento mori from Latin means remember death. From victorious Roman generals, humbled by memory, chance to Mexico's this. People of cultures have embraced this philosophy. To remember death is to acknowledge the brevity. To remember death is to value life. To remember remember death is to remain humble. And that is finding for him knows the world despite its beauty is in a innocent place, but most people avoid poetry and art. Okay, so it's talking about this death. Before it all, I thought death more than I do. I convinced that dying, but the fact grants me no solace. My family seemed to embrace death and suffering. Our lives felt tragic, and the sky had tremendous import. In my childhood, traveled my enviable loop. We hopped from hospital to wake funeral. Okay, so it's talking about his childhood here. It's talking about his childhood. I had on his dying, painting the death would be a major contributor to my early. I had the inside scoop on the what he was seen. Okay, a language has no words and a brain's have ability to move sense must one be fumble with metaphor. Religions offer its usual measure, not actual explanation at all, but spiritual parables only confuse me further. Faith demanded mystery and magic. I wanted answers. Over the next 5 years, stayed further from spirituality. During this time, attended each weekend funeral. Spent winters in intensive care units. It was pre-adolescence, certain my life was more important than the lightweight lives of my classmates because I knew tragedy. The author had seen a lot of tragedy, it believes. As my adolescent past, I was guilty of having that evil feelings of which manifests as feeding in this. Well, did I live? I did, but in my 20s and three relatives, I realized that death was the whole thing, waiting. Okay. When I was 9, we met only two friends. Now. So he's talking about the various things that had happened. Never would I hear this humors with this. I still never learned the exact cause of death. He does not know the cause of death still. Sometimes I picture a pie chart with two slices of life lived and a life yet to live, but is complete with how much of it. How we do is the fact death rate. As some smug death aficionados like to point out, we know our birthday and celebrate it each year, but we don't know our death day. Was it hell? Your death day might be today. Okay, so it's talking about that we do not know our death day and it can come like really any day. Should we celebrate the inevitability of the void? Perhaps not, but we shouldn't ignore it. Okay, so the author is saying that we should not celebrate this, but we cannot like ignore it as well. Years and opportunity will pass. If we think forever, we don't. Okay, so let's come to the passage. It's more about death, how to like we should remember that death is inevitable and everything. And he's talking about his childhood in general. So why does the author want to convey? What does the author want to convey through the passage? Answer to the question what death really is. Find answer to the question what death really is. No, no, he's not trying to find answer. In the complete passage, like he's telling, he knows almost, like he's trying to tell something to the passage, but it's not what death really is. Death is absolute. Readers already know that death is absolute. It's not that what readers are, what the author is trying to do, to make readers to remember death. Yes, probably to remember death, to elucidate this. No, this is only in the first paragraph, not the primary concern of the author. So I think this one is pretty clear. So I have this to make. Let's go ahead. Which are the following? But most people avoid poetry and art. I read it here. Most people avoid poetry and art. So here it is. We can ignore death, but we can't escape it. Yes, death is smiling at us all time. We can ignore death, but we can't escape it. That is true. That is true. This is true that we can't escape death. This is there. Death is smiling at us at all time. Yes, it is, but it does not. It's not what the author meant by saying this. Art and people ignore poetry and art, and it is tough to comprehend. No, not at all. This is he's not referring to art and poetry as that. Earth is a dismal place to live. No, not at all. So it's pretty clear. One. I have to be pretty quick now. What does author mean? We fumble with metaphor. We can't process death in the mind, and thus we ignore it. Probably our inability to process the unknown. No, we can't process death in the mind. Probably we can, but we still like choose to ignore it. This is gone. Sorry, this cannot be the option. Our inability to process the unknown makes us incapable to define it. Probably our incapability to process something intangible as death leads us to define it with mystery. Probably Unknown process death leads us to clumsily define it. No, no, we do not define it at all, or we do not know how to define it. That's we do not clumsily define it. So let's come to this scene where I had this metaphor. Okay, religion offers, we fumble with metaphor, offers its usual message. Ah, mm, okay, so no, not exactly. We're not defining death with mystery. Rather, the fables and the religion is adding to it. I think this goes out probably, and this, yes. So, are incapable to define it. So next we have this. I wanted answers. Which of the following question is death really a mystery? It is. So is not looking for answers for this one. This is out. What is death? Probably. Why don't we understand death? And why should we remember death? No, he's not answering. Why should we remember death? So this is out. What is death? Why don't we understand? I wanted answers. I think he's not talking about what is death as such, but I'll just read about this paragraph. I wanted answers. It was mentioned somewhere where it was clearly mentioned what I wanted. I wanted answers. Yes, a language of no words. We fumble with metaphor. Religion offers its usual message. Okay, so yes. So okay, at this point he wanted answers for what death is. Clearly mentioned here. You can just read this paragraph. Clearly mentioned. Other felt that his life was more important than his counterparts because it was clearly mentioned. He believes that he had seen a lot in his life. He had an experience of death. No, not really. This is out. He grew up in a family which embraced death. Had seen a lot of death, but not embraced death as such. Has Earth is ran is in place. He had perceived misfortune. That this I was talking about. He had seen a lot. So this is answer. Invisible hand as mentioned. Okay, so this is the next passage. I'll come. Okay, I have to be quick. Another max 8 minutes now. Ever since single pane windows have given way to their double glazed cousins, frost patterns have widely disappeared. They used to be common on windows of trains traveling across icy landscapes, appearing where inside and outside meet. They are always threatened with melting. The frost consists of icy landscapes appearing while inside and outside meet. Okay, so meet. The frost consists of crystal produced when comes in contact. The moisture that goes directly from gas to solid. Okay, so it's talking about this frost. Okay, so I had to take a minute to get into what exactly the passage. So the sparkling, glittering patterns glowing from below are delicate, complex, often fantastic. They immediately capture attention and divert our thoughts into our directions. Seemingly painted with invisible hand, they can both delight. Uh, Invisible hand. It was mentioned in this question. So this invisible hand, seemingly painted with invisible hand, they can both delight and irritate. They often suggest a story. Among the most hard comparison with leaves of fern, some of those sea coastlines. There's a spider's web. Okay, so some invisible hand is like painting these uh, patterns. No real surprise have perplexed number of writers, philosophers over the centuries as being do they represent do they disclose secret principle? What are they? Is confused. The author is confused. What do they mean? 200 years ago, the author of this. Okay, the ice on the window is crystals according to the laws of crystallization, which reveal the essence of the natural force and emerging, manifesting the idea. But the trees and flowers formed by the ice on the window pane are inessential and exist only for us. Frost patterns also caught the attention of this during his extended winter rambles. In his essay, this he wrote that in the winter, the botanist needs to confine himself to books and give over the outdoor pursuits, but they study a new department of vegetable physiology, which may be called crystalline botany. But what exactly happens during the process of crystallization? Okay, is there a lesson to be learned on the microscopic level? Who researches ice crystal formation has an answer. Okay, he has an answer for crystallization. Already, the smallest ice crystal has a hexagonal structure which leads to edges right from the beginning of growth. The patterns start to grow at impurities or scratches. Further, water molecules of the surrounding air attach to the initial crystal and then grow the specific pattern that demands on the humidity of the air and temperature, which both can change during their growth. Okay, these imperfections of glass support lead to rich variety of frost patterns observed. The mystery is solved. Okay, it's solved. The form, the art, thus the result of many factors that may even change during the process. Okay, it may be sobering to some, but there is no deeper meaning at all. In a sense, trying to read a meaning into frost patterns is like reading tea leaves. Okay, so there's no pattern. It depends on a number of factors. There's no deeper meaning after all. It's mostly about the frost patterns and this crystallization. So let's come to the questions as such. Invisible hand refers to which of the following? An unknown person. An unknown person. Uh, and combination of water and air. Not no, not really. A natural force of crystallization. No, he's not talking about crystallization when he was talking about invisible hand. Clearly, it was mentioned invisible hand. Invisible hand. This one can both be delight, irritate. It's not about invisible hand as such, so it's mostly talking about this nature, I believe. You can see, like, you can read this part of it. It's clearly nature is talking about. What is the primary purpose of the author in this? To enlighten the readers about the formation of frost patterns? Not really. He's talking about it in the last part, but is more talking about the mystery part of it. To highlight how the philosophers have always been engaged in finding the meaning from frost patterns. So maybe meaning, yes. To highlight the mystery surrounding the frost patterns. To highlight how the philosophers have always been engaged, not really, not talking about philosophers, but is more concerned about the mystery surrounding this. To highlight the mystery surrounding this can be one, this can be one. Okay, so clearly he mentions at the end that there is no mystery, right? But there are no deeper meanings at all, holding no meaning at all. So probably yes, this is what he's talking about here. Elucidate this. Should have got this in the first attempt. Uh, yeah. So this, what does the author mean by the last sentence of the passage? Just like finding patterns formed by the frost, reading tea leaves is also a futile exercise. Mean by the last sentence of the passage. Last sentence is, in a sense, trying to read meaning into is just like reading tea leaves. Okay, so he sees that there's no meaning reading these things. So yes, it's a futile exercise. This is in pattern in the tea leaves and the frosts are similar. Patterns in the are okay, they might like, no, it's talking about the futility of it. This is out. Deeper meaning is embedded. No, not at all. This is wrong. Deeper meaning is not at, there's no deeper meaning. The mystery in both the plant and tea leaves cannot be solved. Miss, no, there is nothing mystery. He has solved this mystery, and it depends on a number of factors. There is no deeper meaning, so this is the option. Okay, so next up is which of the following cannot be inferred? Okay, this time careful, cannot be inferred from the passage. The frost skips the traditional solid formation cycle from gas. Yes, it was mentioned very clearly. The moisture this goes directly from gas to solid. Yes, this can be inferred from frost to form temperature difference. Yes, this was given in the windows where it was talking about this. Their patterns are random. Yes, their patterns are random. So none of the above. Yes, none of the above. This would be the option. Okay, so 17 minutes. So uh I think I am like running on time. So good work till now. Let's see. Summarizing the passage. The business of drugs play like a condensed, updated version of the popular National Geographic drugs, moving from America's voracious consumption of illicit substances to be global network of supply, evading or dwarfing interlocking attempts at enforcement. The series' six segments are delineated by substances, cocaine, synthetics, and explore substances of widely varying levels of addictiveness, use, and geography. Okay, so it's talking about this business of drugs, how it's a condemnation. Okay, so how it should be prohibited for policy and moralistic stance. So the key points covered are this only: the prohibition of policy and moralistic stance, about the various geographies, how varying levels of addictiveness in and use in the various geographies. So these are the main points. So let's see the option. The business of drug series is a transformed version of series drugs. It does not cover everything. Does not certainly cover everything. The business of drug series outlines drugs and its relation with various aspects of countries and addictiveness. Probably the business of drug series signals that drugs should be prohibited while also Okay, yes, the second one does not talk about prohibition at all, so this is out. So, Business of Drugs series signals that drugs should be prohibited while also outlining its relation with respect to countries and addictiveness. Probably, the Business of Drug is keen to series drug, which suggests the prohibition of drugs based on policy and moralistic stance. Yes, it talks about prohibition, but it is not talking about the relation with respect to countries and addictiveness. So, I think this third option covers most covers the entire passage. I believe this. Yes, this would be the answer. Okay, so there's so many standout moments from I May Destroy You, but what that stuck with me the most, that feeling of utter dread. Horror films, but watching The Shining or Get Out is different. Tension and the fear are advertised. Okay. I May Destroy You is billed as consent drama. It's a consent drama. There was little chance someone was going to be murdered. Okay, so there's mystery around it. There's certainly not in a flashback. It was an irrational fear. This wasn't the first time horror had crept into black drama. Okay, so so horror is there in black drama, but it has happened before as well. I had similar experiences watching this shows with majority black cast that focus on the mundanity of black life. Okay, so it's a black drama. Yes, is a horror show with mystery surrounding the murder of people. Uh, Probably I can. I'm not sure. Black drama. I may discover in the first two. Yes, it wasn't the first, but it is a very, very narrow option. This goes out. Develops fear in an insidious way among its watchers, but this had happened before in black dramas. Okay, this has happened before in black dramas. This was not mentioned in the first. So I had it was clearly the for last two lines mentioned this. So this is more broad. So I'll strike out the first option. Black dramas have had horrors hiding behind the curtain in its plot, and so has been the story of I May Destroy You. Black dramas have had horrors hiding behind the curtain in its plot, and so have been the story of I May Destroy You. Okay, so yes, it has horror behind its plot. The story of I May Destroy You is also like this, a black drama. Okay, does black dramas have had horrors? Okay, so it does not mention I May Destroy You is a black drama. It does not mention that. This mentions it. Develops fear in insidious way. Horrors hiding. It is there. But this has happened before in black dramas. Have had horrors. Okay, this they have had horrors. Okay, I think looks more broad an option because it mentions this is a black drama. It nowhere mentions that I May Destroy You is a black drama as such. So probably I'll have this. Okay, so before this, few philosophers had given laughter much thought. The pre-Socratic thinker Democritus was nicknamed the laughing philosopher for his positive cheerfulness for way of life. However, we know more about his thoughts on atomism than on laughter. Similarly, the section of Aristotle's Poetics that dealt with comedy hasn't come down to us. Other major thinkers who have offered passing, often humorless, reflections about humor include this who believe we laugh because we feel superior, and Arthur this who argued that comedy stems from a sense of incongruity, and this who suggested that comedians provide a form of much needed relief. Okay, so this person was unconvinced by these accounts. Okay, so all that these people had mentioned, he was unconvinced by these things. He believed that the problem of laughter deserved more than a few well worded digressions. Although his theory retained elements of incongruity and superiority theories of humor, it also opened entirely new perspectives of laughter. Okay, so he has his own theory of humor. He was not convinced by the earlier people, earlier philosophers or thinkers. So various thinkers crafted well-articulated definitions of laughter, but Bergson was unconvinced with each of these. Yes, it is true. Was unconvinced by the articulated versions of laughter by the thinkers, and in his theory helped to open new channels of laughter. Okay, so the first one is not talking about Bergson opening his own new theory. So this is out. Okay, so second one I'll still keep. Various thinkers failed to capture the rationale behind the laughter, according to Bergson, who developed a theory which led to develop new ways to look at laughter. Yes, he developed new ways to look at laughter. But the thinkers helped to open new channels of laughter. Okay, no, he's not talking about channels of laughter. Channels of laughter is not talking about it, I believe. It's talking about rather ways of laughter. This is more appropriate. According to Bergson, thinkers failed to capture the idea behind the laughter, for which he created a new theory. Yes, so that people can understand the rationale behind it. So that people can. No, it's nowhere mentioned. He just developed a new theory, but the purpose is not mentioned. So this the last part is not mentioned, I believe, in the passage. So this option C. Okay, so 9 minutes to go. Parajumbles. I have parajumbles. I'll first do the odd one out. I'll first do the odd one out rather than attempting these. Arrange, correct order again. Uh, okay, so I have this two. Okay, so this is the odd one out. I'll start with this. Yeah. Imagine being confined to a metal cell with a cell with a couple of other people and few amenities for months or even years. Maybe after that you will be moved to a new compound, but you will still have privacy. You still have no privacy and extremely limited communication with your family and anyone else in this world outside. Okay. This looks good. You feel both crowded and lonely at the same time, yet no one comes to treat your emerging mental health problems. This is there. While this might sound like life in prison, it could. Okay, so it's talking about some, then kind of rocket hurtling to Mars of a more distant world. So I believe these are okay. So it's talking about some kind of confinement. This is also talking about moving out. You feel both crowded and lonely at the same time. Yes, this is there. While this might sound like life in prison, probably this link to A and C, it could easily be life as Deep Space Explorer. Yes, Space Explorer. Space confronts us with many fascinating worlds and but have to traverse a void to reach them. Move to a new compound, but you still have no privacy. Okay, so this E, probably E. Because like everyone is talking about some confined space and everything, but it's certainly talking about space. I do not have to like form a sequence here. Swifts are magical in the manner of all things that exist a little beyond understanding. They seem to be the closest aliens on Earth. Okay, so it's talking about something like swifts. Once they were called the devil's bird, perhaps because so it's a bird probably. I don't know. Perhaps because these screaming flocks of black crosses around countries seem pulled from darkness, not light. Unlike all I knew as a child, they never descended to the ground. Okay, probably this is the reason why they are magical. But to me, they are creatures of the upper air and of their nature unintelligible, which makes them more akin to angels. Akin to angels. Okay, so this is A is definitely there because it's talking about it's introducing the passage. They seem to be closest things to aliens on Earth. Aliens on Earth, I don't know. Once they were called the Devil's Bird. Okay, once they were called Devil's Bird, probably it's talking about the swifts here. This is in. Unlike all of the birds I knew as a child, they never descended to ground. Again, about birds, probably this, but to me, they are creatures of the upper air. Okay, so probably C and E are linked. That once they were called devil's birds, so people used to call them this, but according to me, they are creatures of this. So C and E are linked. So I can say that C and E are there. So I have A is the introduction. So I'm confused between D and B now. D and B. They seem to me the closest things to aliens on Earth. Okay, so aliens on Earth. Unlike all the birds, they never descended to the ground. Okay, so this more talking about birds. Probably I'm confusing D and B, but somewhere along talking about aliens, I feel this can be B option. Okay, so by scanning the atomic tip over the sample image control, we are mapping the local interaction of the trip with the XC. Sample image might be created that delineates surface with atomic precision. It's talking about some kind of equipment. With the STM, individual atom become visible at last. Okay, so it's STM. This is a process, I believe. Okay, but beyond imaging with unprecedented accuracy using a relatively simple, cheap tool, STM at drastically new capacities. Okay, so it's talking about STM. You will pick up and arrange atoms. Physics is also fascinated by the capacity of biology to produce materials that adapt, evolve, survive, and everything. Materials that surpass human technological capabilities in every possible way. The principal turning point in nanotechnology shift from theory to reality was the development of the scanning this STM. Okay, so this probably can be like the introductory sentence. So E is there, so it's introducing STM as such. Physicists were also fascinated by the capacity of biology. So this is talking about STM. This is talking about STM. This is talking about STM. Uh, one first one is also talking about kind of imaging. D in a way is out of scope here. So this course I will go with option D in this case. So I have 4 minutes, 4 parajumbles. Let's see how many I can solve in this time. John's probably hired a Pandit, a Hindi religious scholar. After 3 years of study, Jones arrived at a startling conclusion. Sanskrit, the classical language, is linked in its grammar and vocabulary to Greek and this. William Jones, okay, so it's the C is the introduction sentence. It's introducing William Jones. As part of his duties, had to familiarize himself with percepts to do. He had to learn Sanskrit. Promptly hired a Pandit. Okay, so this is this D and A will are mandatory pairs. It follows. So he wanted to learn Sanskrit and he hired a Pandit after that. Let's see where B can be. C looks like the opening sentence, so B can be before DA or after DA. After 3 years of study, probably here. Arrived at starting conclusion. Yes. So okay, so this one was easy para jumble. So I would have regretted had I missed this. CDAB is the answer. Moving ahead, 3 para jumbles to go. Mindfulness. So I have mindfulness and other Buddhist derived meditation techniques such as compassion. Is talking about this can perhaps increase potential emotions and behaviors, yielding greater social connection and altruism, tampering aggressions and prejudice. It is a panacea for the individual. Okay, so it I'm talking about something like this. It is a panacea. It is this it what is this it I have to find out. Among the there's a connecting word. So physical benefits of meditation are this benefits. It's talking about benefits. It's coming out of the blue. Probably C can be an introductory sentence. Okay, so there are also apparent interpersonal and collective efforts. There are also is a connecting word, so I'll have this in mind as well. Also apparent. uh, okay, so this individual, it is this for the individual, but there are also collective effects. So I know that B and D is a mandatory pair. So let's see, A can come here or A can come here. After before BD or after BD, mindfulness and other Buddhist derived meditations techniques such as compassion and loving kindness meditation can perhaps increase pro-social emotions, yielding greater. Okay, so if I have to follow it after C, okay, so benefits, it provides these benefits. And mindfulness and other Buddhist derived meditation techniques such as compassion, this can perhaps increase pro-social emotions and behavior, yielding greater social connection, tampering aggression, prejudice. Okay, so it's more talking about social connection, and after after C, I don't think A like has any meaning. So probably it will come at after D when I talk about collective efforts only. So CBDA, CBDA. Okay, so here I am. Industrial capitalism required workers to remain attentive, efficient, and committed at the shop floor. Disciplined industrial capitalism reversed time required workers to remain this. Okay, discipline reverse time and work, and people had to master time notions of work and life. However is a connecting word. This probably is not the opening sentence. In some places such projects were incoherent. It took fines penalty it, which what it is talking about, it I have to find the right connecting word for it. So clocks and timekeeping proliferated and acquired new authority. Okay, so I just have like 50 seconds. I can solve just one parajumble, I believe. I'll skip one. Clocks and timekeeping are proliferated and acquired new authority. Okay, so this is their clocks and probably discipline industrial. So probably A or B is the opening sentence. Required industrial required workers. Okay, so it's talking about time and work, clock and typekeeping. Probably B E is followed. B is a mandatory pair, required new authority, and however, in some places like this, B E A probably B E. It took okay acquired new authority clocks and timekeeping. It BED is a pair. BED is a pair. BED. I seem to have like no time. I'll just have to skip this.